Here at home, President Obama responds to the Orlando terror attack. He could not bring himself to recognize the link between Islam and terror. He could not say Islamic terror. In France this morning, a police officer and his wife stabbed to death in their home in front of their 3-year-old son by an ISIS terrorist. He streamed the event live. There is a common thread to these anxiety-producing headlines: the absence of leadership. Angela Merkel in Germany and David Cameron in Britain come in for their fair share of criticism. But it is President Obama's failure to show leadership that is truly unsettling. He went to Britain to get them to stay in Europe. Bad move. His intrusion was widely resented. He backed up Angela Merkel's open-door policy to Muslim migrants. Bad move. She's finished politically. And in America, he's lost in the maze of economic decline and a terror threat he thinks is all about guns. No wonder the world is anxious. The leader of the free world is not leading. All right, that's my take. And joining us now from Capitol Hill, Congressman Lee Zeldin, Republican from New York. Mr. Congressman, I don't know whether you heard what I just said, but I'm critical of the president because I don't think he's leading in the aftermath of Orlando. Your take, please.
The world needs America to lead, and I'd rather see jihadists on their heels in the Middle East as opposed to seeing them on offense here in the United States. There's a lot more that we can be doing to improve our current system of IDing and pursuing progress, to close security gaps, to improve intelligence. There's a lot more we can be doing to continue foiling plots, to prevent the next Orlando-type attack to happen again. We don't want to see this happen more frequently, and that's why we need to defeat the threat overseas, and that is why America needs our president to lead.
Well, this is what we need to do, understood. Can you tell me what exactly President Obama and/or Hillary Clinton are going to do?
They are, our intelligence network right now, President Obama is currently occupying the White House, and our intelligence network is foiling plots. We are stopping attacks. I've seen multiple in my home state in New York get foiled. We see an effort overseas in the Middle East where we are disrupting some of the command and control of those leading these radical Islamic groups. We see some disruption of their resources, some of the jihadists being killed. So what we're seeing is a strategy where we're running in place. We're not necessarily executing a strategy to win, which is a huge problem with both what we see now and what we would see under Hillary Clinton.
We're playing defense, it seems to me. But, Congressman, would you stay there for a second? Because we're learning more about the Orlando terrorist, Omar Mateen. We already knew he had some connection to a suicide bomber, but there's more, Ashley. What do we got?
Well, they're talking about that this act was not just on impulse. There was significant premeditation ahead of him buying the guns even. We know that he basically cased the Pulse nightclub, also downtown Disney. And it's not clear how serious and comprehensive the surveillance of Disney was, but we know that he was clearly looking for a target before he bought the guns. So this suggests a far greater level of premeditation.
And we still have the president trying to decide whether ISIS inspired this attack or whether they plotted it. Frankly, I don't think the distinction is that important.
Right,
we were attacked and 50 dead.
Yeah, the president made those comments hours after the attack when it was found he was shouting out, Mateen was shouting Allahu Akbar. You know, multiculturalism shouldn't trump, human rights.
Now listen to what Hillary Clinton said about the concept of the lone wolf attacker. Roll tape.
We face a twisted ideology and poisoned psychology that inspires the so-called lone wolves. As president, I will make identifying and stopping lone wolves a top priority.
Congressman Zeldin, I know you're still there. Would you comment on the whole idea of the lone wolf? Is that the real name to call these people?
No, it's totally inappropriate. Radical Islam is a well-organized effort that has become a multi-billion-dollar enterprise where tens of thousands of people are traveling to the Middle East for training. We're seeing it spread to the African continent, Europe, Asia. We're seeing it now here at home. What's different between what we saw with Al-Qaeda 15 years ago with their attack was that they were trying to cause mass casualties through the use of an airplane, where right now, with a different modus operandi, you can grab a knife, a camcorder, put up a flag, and you are now carrying out an ISIS attack, an ISIS-inspired attack. These aren't lone wolves. These are pieces that need to be connected and defeated overseas and not here at home.
Congressman Lee Zeldin, Republican, New York. Thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it.